Hello from Chicago. We are here just on a little weekend trip. We came the last 4 years, so we're just continuing the tradition. Last year we actually got engaged here this exact weekend, so we kind of came just as
this
like
exact day, 1 year ago today.
Yep. So we kind of came just as a little romantic weekend getaway. I don't know if it's really romantic. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We love Chicago. It's my favorite city. Like a 3-mile line to get into the world's largest Starbucks. What is this?
I suppose, is there anything else that you can expect with that?
True. It just opened like 2 weeks ago. That's probably why. We are currently in the world's largest Starbucks that just opened in Chicago like a couple weeks ago. There was a line of like 200 people to get in.
Yeah.
And we waited because the world's largest Starbucks. It's really cool though.
Fresh mozzarella. Update. We have made it to the Lincoln Park Zoo lights this is the 3rd year in a row now that we've made it to this. It's always a great thing to come check out. They have really cool light shows. There's always a ton of people, so it's turning out pretty cool. It's always good. Oh god. Oh man. Okay. If this is It is day 2 in Chicago, Sunday morning. We are actually headed to a donut tour. It's called an underground donut tour, where they're taking us to the best donut shops in Chicago to sample some donuts. There's nothing more Chicago than a donut tour, so.
We are stoked. This is my kind of tour. We are very excited. We went to a comedy show last night. Hole in the wall little place was literally like $10 tickets to get in. Bring your own beer.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. I thought it was
gosh, it was
so funny.
Those guys are a trip. They're
so
a
funny.
definite trip. That's
Yes.
for sure.
It was kind of a hike. We had to take an Uber, and it was like $30 round trip in Uber, but that's okay. It's so worth it. So yes, we're off to our donut tour. This way. First donut. What do you think? This is not. Is it good? What kind is it? What kind is it?
It's like a peppermint double chocolate.
These 4 buildings right here, guys. These 4. So this tall glass building, some folks say it looks a little bit like a lipstick. That is the White House, folks. That's the Trump Tower right there. And then we've got the IBM building. That's that tall black building. It's an example of the international style of architecture. We're going to cross. Built by a guy named Mies van der Rohe. He's going to be a character in the story that I'm going to tell. So that's that black building. And then we have the Marina Towers. If you go on the architecture cruise, they'll tell you that they look like corn on the cob. We think they look like a stack of French Toller style donuts. It's really neither here nor there. So the story goes, they're walking around the city together one day, and Mies van der Rohe. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And Donut Vault has 2 locations, one right here on Franklin, and there's another one on Canal Street that's open kind of for. They're really well known for what they call their Doughboys Best, which are these pocket-filled donuts that we're gonna have. So today we have the Biscoff Pocket. This is a hollow yeast donut with a cookie butter whip on the inside, a cookie butter drizzle on top, and vanilla bean glaze on the outside. And we do cut these into 4ths, guys, because we know where you're at this point donut-wise. So yeah. They don't supply donuts to coffee shops. So a lot of these other places, you can find their donuts all over the place. But to get stands, you have to go to stands.
Alright, next up on our Christmas in the City weekend, we're going to the Museum of Science and Industry. They do a festival of trees. They show all the Christmas trees around the world.
All the way around the world, yeah. So each one is decorated for its own country. So it's got specific things for Africa. It's got specific things from there. So
yeah, so we're going to that right now. So this will be fun.
which one this represents?
This one represents the Museum of Science and Industry, I believe. This one in Nigeria. What's your favorite tree so far?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Mine's that one.
I really liked the Greece one. Looked really cool.
The Greece one?
Yeah, it did look really cool.
I don't know my favorite.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
that.
I know. Actually, my favorite was the Germany one. I like that one. Science. off to dinner. We just got back from the Museum of Science and Industry and the Festival of Trees and everything. It was really, really cool. We were there for a long time.
It's called Holiday Together.
Yes. There are so many Christmas trees throughout the city.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I love this one so much. I love all of them so much. Are we going through this walkway?
Yeah.
Now we are searching for dinner. We're gonna, Millennium. We went there last year, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
A couple years ago, and loved it. This is a different location, so we're kind of struggling to find it, but I'm sure we will.
Route 146, Inner Drive.
All right, that was a good sign. Blue Malnati is this way. We're getting closer.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Look at that. I'm excited. Pizza. What do we want?
Pizza.
Pizza.
When do I want it?
Yeah.
Probably 45 minutes because that's how long it'll take to cook. Yay!
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at this. Blue Malnati.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Go back.
Go back. Hi there. How is it?
So good.
So good.
So good.
My favorite spot to see the skyline is kind of cool near Millennium Park. What do you think?
This is cool. I mean, it never gets boring to come and check it out.
Cool reflection of that Christmas tree. And
Yeah.
I love it. So 1 year ago today, not quite at the spot because I didn't want to walk that far, but pretty close to this spot. Yeah, it's cool. We got engaged. It was just us two here, and we were by ourselves, and we got engaged. Actually, it was right over there.
It was somewhere over there.
Somewhere over there, but with this view in the background.
Exact backdrop.
Yeah, after having an awesome Christmas in the City day. So, pretty cool to be back at the same spot again.
I had to beg her to get out of bed because we were already so we took a midday matinee nap at the Airbnb.
Literally
and
at 6.
I was like 6 o'clock, and she was like refusing. All the plan the whole time was to come and go ice skating. I was originally going to do it while we were ice skating, but apparently she's happy I didn't.
Yeah, I think I would have gotten too excited and just fallen over, and someone would have skated over me and I probably would have died.
I suppose it'd be a good idea if we were both good at ice skating.
Yeah, we're not at all.
And so then I had to coerce her to come out here, and then the ice skating line took forever. It was backed up so far that it probably would have just they would have closed by the time that we would have gotten onto the ice. So I had to scramble and come up with a new plan, and so I found a desolate spot in Millennium Park. And
True. I kind of knew it was coming because we were at a rooftop bar, which you probably can't see
It's
it very
right
well.
there.
But yeah, it's up there, and it has awesome views of the tree and the
Millennium
bean
Park.
and the skyline, Millennium Park. And so I wasn't sure he was going to do it then until he said, "Let's go for another walk through Millennium Park."
I never
Suggest
give the idea to
walks.
walk more.
No, especially when it's cold at nighttime and if we're at a bar. He's not going to leave a bar
That's true.
to go for a
Not
walk
one
in a
that
park
ever wants to
at
leave
night.
the bar, so.
So at that point, I went and Snapchatted my friend and I was like, he's going to propose right now. And it was still really, really cold, but I just that gave it away a little bit. But yeah, it's a really, really cool spot.
This is a very, very cool spot.
Yes, we love Christmas in the city in Chicago.
Stanley's Donuts for the second time. Although this time we are strictly on no donuts kick right now. We're
Yes,
here
we're on a
just
diet.
for
Hot cocoa diet.
as we just ate an entire pizza and
Pasta. Like both of us.
both of us did.
And we had donuts for breakfast, an entire donut tour. We had, how many donuts?
And-
A ton. They were giant. All
That's
the
true.
donuts. So we're on a diet. But we're here for hot chocolate.
We're here for we're down on the max. Look at that.
You have leftover hot chocolate and no microwave to heat it up. You add a shot of cafe latte. And now I have a mocha cafe latte. Boom. Good morning from Chicago. It is our last morning. We are off to breakfast. I just love all the wreaths, Christmas decorations. We're off to breakfast. We're gonna go to Wildberry Pancake. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's just called Wildberry Pancakes.
Yes.
But
We're
they've
out
got,
there.
from what everything that I can see on their menu, they're a little bit pricey for breakfast, but
Everywhere is in the city
Everywhere
though.
in the city.
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be a really good place to go to breakfast.
Yep. So we're gonna go to breakfast and then we are gonna go ice skating at Millennium Park once they open at noon. We like to go at night, but we were just really, really tired last night.
Yeah.
The night before we went to the comedy show, so we didn't get a chance to. But
It's a very long day.
it was, oh my gosh, I got like 20,000 steps. We were up at like 8 until like 8 we were gone.
Yeah.
So we are gonna ice skate and then we're also gonna go to Crispin Market, which is an awesome Christmas market that they have here every year. And yeah, so it's gonna be a good holiday filled day. Get some German beer.
What do they have?
German beer.
Oh, yeah.
Got some chai. We're ice skating!
Kind of.
We're trying.
ice skating was like a 97% success.
97.
I made it 97% of the way through not falling, and then I made a really, really bad fall. Like really bad. Anyways, it's still one of the most magical things you can do in Chicago when you're in here for Christmas, is to always go ice skating, whether it be at the Bean or at the Ribbon.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place to come check out. But just the raw cityscape is just so cool. I don't know, it's something about the city. I always love it.
Something about Chicago. I love it here. Alright, one last walk through the city before we head home. We are hopping on the train at Union Station back to Milwaukee. Then we're going to hop in our car and drive the rest of the way home. We had a great time. We love coming to the city. We're going to come back next year and the year after and the year after. Well, I don't know, maybe when we have kids we won't, but we had a really great time. So until next time, bye Chicago. Oh, bye creepy van. Bye Henry in Chicago.
Are you gonna kiss me?
I mean, I was, but you made it awkward. I love you.
Love you too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Why do you run my license? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Now you're making it awkward. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my God, enthusiasm. Ready?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You need like genuine. Ready? This is your last chance. Ready? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hate you.